Welcome to Mindshift TV, everyone. We will learn about 8 habits that will help us become mentally stronger today. Now watch till the end because number 8 will shock you. Let's begin. My biggest admirer, do you ever chat to yourself? Self-talk is one of the most effective strategies to improve one's life, although many people are terrified of it. To increase your sense of self, self-talk can be used to one's advantage by anyone, despite what you may believe. Since each person has a unique life story, your story describes your internal monologue. If you're a pessimistic or insecure individual, you can have a deceptive story that destroys you. Your self-esteem is significantly impacted by that narrative. It lessens your willingness to risk-taking, guts, and motivation. In other words, there's a good possibility you'll suffer the consequences if your story is cruel. How then do you alter your personal story? How do you build a solid rapport with yourself? Say something encouraging to yourself every day. Spend a moment appreciating your advantages. You might identify a skill you have or consider a success you're proud of at first. This could seem unusual. You might avoid this awkward tendency if you're not used to self-talk. However, it's only embarrassing if you let it be. The act of talking to oneself is perfectly acceptable. There's also nothing wrong with encouraging yourself. If you wish to increase your mental fortitude and alter your story of self-pity, speaking to oneself and support you the most. 2. Learning objectives. You will experience a variety of difficulties throughout life. You'll have difficulties in your career. You'll bump against hurdles in your personal life head-on. Some tasks can take you a few hours, while others will keep you busy for days, weeks, or even months. Or several weeks. But no matter how big or difficult the obstacle, you can overcome it. Simply altering your viewpoint is all that is required. You have a chance when you come across anything frightening, you can back down and abandon your objectives. Alternately, you can improve your mental toughness by taking on that obstacle head on. Self-testing demonstrates your greater capacity than you may believe, but facing anxieties can be frightening. How can you then empower yourself to get through the challenges in your life? One of the most effective habits you can develop is this one. Don't consider the barriers in your way the next time you face a challenging taskway. Don't stress over all the things you could possibly do wrong. Instead, see each difficulty as a chance to grow. Consider any challenging circumstance as an opportunity to gain knowledge, hone a skill, or discover something fresh. Because every challenge is worthwhile when you have that strong mentality. 3. Emotional intelligence. Do you express your feelings? Do you make an effort to comprehend your feelings? Most people try to ignore or repress their feelings in the hopes that they would go away. However, emotionally intelligent people examine their feelings because when you feel something, you examine your innermost being and direct you towards a sense of fulfillment, meaning, and purpose. You have lived. Your feelings show you how to define success according to your own standards. So don't suppress your emotions. Don't put up barriers or act as though nothing is bothering you. Instead, embrace your feelings. Try to recognize each of the feelings you're experiencing. Then take some time to consider how your decisions and lifestyle are influenced by your emotions. You'll gradually get a more comprehensive understanding of your emotions, and with that knowledge will strengthen you as a person. 4. Managed reactions. Life can surprise you in many different ways. Some are excellent, some are awful. You can plan for certain things and can't for others. To put it another way, you have no influence over what occurs in your life. The individuals surrounding you are beyond your control. The way the world functions is beyond your control. You do have some control over things, though. Whatever life throws at you, you can always choose how you will respond. The majority of individuals react negatively when things don't go their way. Having a sense of helplessness, dread, and denial, your motivation is likely to falter under these circumstances, and your anxieties may start to rule. On the other side, the most resilient individuals are consistently upbeat. Even when the world places absurd roadblocks in their path, they look for the positive side of everything, setback. Every setback is viewed as an opportunity by them, and they can always find an excuse to carry on. These psychologically powerful individuals can only influence their reactions at the end of the day. Although they cannot predict the future, the way you approach it will determine everything. The distinction. 5. The storm that must come. Things will go bad at some point. It's a universal truth. No one succeeds every time they try, since there are always challenges to overcome. Failure is therefore a fundamental experience that every human on the globe has had. How then do you transform failure into mental toughness? Failure resembles a natural catastrophe. It upends your life, obliterates your source of income, and leaves you to pick up the pieces. Many people are shocked when this storm destroys their goals or way of life, but you know the storm is approaching. If failure is unavoidable, you must be prepared. People with strong minds are equipped to handle any storm that comes their way. They are aware that things could go wrong, and when that storm does finally arrive, their planning prevents a catastrophe. When they fall, they catch themselves rather than breaking into a million little pieces. They minimize the harm done and rebuild their goals with renewed vigor. 6. Do you regularly strengthen your mental capacity? Day exercise on a daily basis builds mental fortitude, much like any other lifestyle habit. Never expect to become unstoppable in one afternoon. Focus on improving your mental toughness is created after months of regular practice. Spend some time alone if you're attempting to connect with your emotions, for instance, meditating every day. At first, you might not be successful, but with time, you'll find a certain sense of ease and precision. Keep this structure in mind as you train your mental fortitude. Strong habits are formed in little increments, therefore you don't need to practice for long periods of time increments. You might not experience significant progress right away. However, if you persevere, you can alter your way of thinking and living. 7. Poor work. It's no secret that people with powerful minds have amazing work ethics, but where do they get that from? The last thing you want to do when you're feeling lazy is work. Avoid worrying about small issues, finding solutions, or a significant project. You want to stop thinking and put off finishing your assignment. Most people act in the same manner. When feeling lethargic, people give in to these negative emotions and complete rather little, however. Those with strong minds push through their mental obstacles. When their brain is resisting, they exert more effort, because that is how someone with a strong work ethic behaves. Although everybody can work when they're feeling motivated, only the most resilient individuals can work when they are lethargic and lazy. 8. Share good vibes. There will be some unkind persons you encounter in your existence. There are 2 ways you can react when you first meet these people. You can get angry, alternately you can turn the other cheek. Some of the most kind-hearted people you'll ever encounter are those with strong mental health. They are always amiable and approachable, regardless of how you approach them. Why? Because the tone of their life is determined by their consistent compassion. A mentally tough individual preserves their composure no matter how many pessimists enter their life, their emotions high and their attitude happy. Negativity is contagious, and negative people can harm your drive, attitude, and how you act in general. So, be gentle, be cordial, also have a positive influence wherever you go. Thank you for watching Mindshift TV. Please subscribe so that you can see even more amazing content is on its way.